Excuse me.
Hi, this is Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles in the New England Motorcycle Museum. Today I'm proud to be representing this absolutely gorgeous classic Honda CB650 Nighthawk. This is a stunning blue, red, and chrome motorcycle. This is a factory custom that came from the factory with a blue powder coated or painted frame, mag wheels, double disc brakes in the front, and it's 100% bone stock. Very low miles, only 12,000 miles. We just put a total of $3,500 into the motorcycle. 34 hours labor into the bike, plus all new fluids, new battery, complete carburetor rebuild kit. We went right through the bike, took it completely down, took the gas tank off, seat, pulled the brake system apart, rebuilt the brakes. But starting with the tank was went with the metal rescue on the interior, totally clean inside of the tank. It's not coated, so it's like brand new on the inside. The fuel petcock was rebuilt, new fuel lines, new fuel filters, and the carbs were completely dismantled and completely rebuilt in our hydrosonic carb cleaning tank, cleaned and rebuilt. Brand new air filter, the engine oil was changed, the valves were adjusted. We did a compression test, and across the board, let me pull the work order on it. It's across the board 125 PSI. Valves, intake, and exhaust were adjusted. We did a leak down test on the cylinder. Everything tested out perfectly. The brand new battery was installed. All of the electrical functions on the bike, typical Honda, absolutely perfect. Everything works beautifully on it. Every switch, every lever, everything on the bike. Brand new battery, all electricals are good. Bike was given a thorough test ride. Everything works beautifully. The brake system, starting at the front, the calipers were removed, cleaned, lubricated where on the friction points of sliders, and then the master cylinder was drained, flushed, and new fluid was installed, and it was bled. The rear brakes were adjusted, the chain and sprocket were cleaned and adjusted. Whole bike's been completely gone through. Major detail job was done on it. It was completely clean, waxed, polished, top to bottom. Totally ready to go, ready for a summer riding. The only defect I noticed on the bike was the exhaust system has a patch repair on this side. These were notorious for their very lightweight, thin exhaust, so there was a little bit of rust on the exhaust, so it was patched on both sides. Other than that, it's in fantastic condition, and it is truly a classic. It's actually an antique this year. 1982 is the first year that's considered an antique by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America. It's officially 35 years old, so it is certified as an antique. Bike's in great shape, needs nothing. This was the last year for the chain-driven CB650 before it moved to a shaft drive, so it's the last year of the chain drive. It's 100% original, single overhead cam, inline 4-cylinder engine, electric start, 5-speed 4-stroke, dual front disc brakes, has a 3.6 gallon gas tank with a 0.7 gallon reserve. This bike came from the Paul Morissette Museum collection. You might have seen the two gorgeous BSAs, the H2750 Kawasaki, the CB650, and several other fantastic classic bikes. Paul is a psychiatrist who was a doctor, made a lot of money, and invested in some classic motorcycles, and he had an eye for beautiful bikes. This is one of the ones, when I saw it, I was like, wow, just pop it. But when I ride it, I feel like Captain America, you know, it looks like the Captain America bike. But without further ado, let me give you a quick demo on it. Again, we put $3,500 of restoration services into this bike, so it's ready to rumble. It doesn't need anything. Here, hang on these papers, Kenny. Let me fire this thing up and give you a quick demo. It's a beauty. It's on the center stand, which makes it nice to clean the wheels. It does have a kickstand also. Fires right up, typical Honda quality. Turn signals, rear brake, horn, high beam moment. last year, the chain-driven Honda inline fours. Just a fantastic antique motorcycle that's destined to climb on value. You see the prices of the 70s Honda 750s. You know, the 69 Sandcaster up over 20. We just sold a 1970 750 for 13.7. The mid 70s bikes are getting unobtainable if you find a good clean one. So these are next, the bikes from the early 80s. Again, first year of the antique, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Honda had the 4-cylinder engine design completely dialed in, and all the bugs working out by the time this bike came to be. So truly a bulletproof bike that's going to last a long time. Just a joy to drive. It pulls like a freight train. Has air forks on the front too, long travel air forks. Nice shocks on the back. Suspension's real smooth, comfortable seat. You can ride 2 up on this thing all day long. So again, this was in the Paul Morissette Museum collection. So you can roll this thing into your museum or make it a daily rider or whatever you want to do. But it's a rock solid investment. It's only going to go up in value. If you have any questions about the bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. That's about it. Good luck bidding on the bike, and God bless America. Captain America. I'll call this Captain America bike.